let's talk about Donald Trump as well. Former United States President, for many, the most powerful office on this planet. For many, one of the two superpowers on this planet. That is the mugshot that you're seeing on your screens, ladies and gentlemen.
From an Atlanta jail, county jail.
That's not AI, that's not ChatGPT, that's not any of the open source or any of the artificial intelligence platforms out there. That is certainly not animation. That is an actual mugshot that has been put out
and that of a former US
by
president.
a police station.
I mean, we have seen US presidents like Nixon or Clinton facing, you know, for the kind of you know, scandals that they were involved in, but never a mugshot of this kind that has been. I mean, the Republicans will have to contend with this, that one of their former presidents, a Republican, well, he is going to have this mugshot that is there with the Atlanta county jail. By the way, he's been released also for a $200,000 bond. He has been, yeah. So he's been.
How about you know what? You know what? I'm just going to request the control room if they could put that picture of the mugshot up there on the big wall. That's not the mugshot over there. How about you put the mugshot over there on the big wall? Well, there you have it. That's the picture right there. That's a former United States president, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a mugshot. I mean, you've seen criminals stand like this. You've seen criminals stand in, you know, that side portion. From cartoons to movies, you know what a mugshot is. What does it do to you? That's the mugshot of the former United States President Donald Trump. Now, you were talking about the release structure over here.
I was saying that he had paid a bond of around $200,000 is what I think, and then he was able to move because he surrendered for that racketeering case as such, and of course 20 minutes. Was what he was there at the Atlanta jail. It was said that he would surrender for that Georgia racketeering case as well. So that's why he was in Atlanta, the county jail. He went through all that formalities, paid the bond, and he was out. But the fact remains is that there's a record in that jail, and that record is the mugshot of a former
United
US
States
president.
This man,
I mean Atlanta county jail is.
He knows how to make heads turn. And you know what? Even if I'm just hypothetically imagining, if he ever goes to jail, he's going to land there in his own private jet with the livery Trump written all over it. You know what? Before all of this happened, before he was let go on that bond, before this mugshot happened, there's a reaction coming across from the former United States President Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, listen in to what Mr. Trump had to say.
Being here, I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election, and I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you're going to have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have three other instances. It's election interference. So I want to thank you for being here. We did nothing wrong at all. And we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think it's very dishonest. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.
Well, I did nothing wrong at all. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for supporting. We're going to make America great again. Everything to this man ends up becoming a political speech. And I'm not trying to, you know, cast aspersions or try to crack a joke on the man. That's a former United States president. And that man now has a mugshot.
See, he's got a mugshot.
He says it's a sad day for America. I'm sure many in the United States are going to
the sad day for the United States. And I remember in my previous organization writing an editorial when what we saw at Capitol Hill, the kind of mayhem that was created. I think that was a sad day for America. That was a sad day for those people who believed in democracy and idolized American democracy. All right, so that was the sad day. This man's sad day is about his personal, you know, his personal level of fall that he has seen over here, and if he thinks that is what the rest of the United States society is going to think about, well, he has to think again.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be a record or not, but he spent 20 minutes inside Atlanta's Fulton County Jail. If that is another record by in itself, if has any United States president ever spent any time inside a jail for their own felony? Accused of colluding with 18 other defendants to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia, particularly.
Several
other
serious
cases.
it is.
Several other cases.
Serious. You know how
over there as
serious
well.
it is. It just exposed the weakness of the American democracy. I mean, as a country, when they try to talk about freedom and expression and talk about democracy, Trump just exposed American democracy, saying that there are people like Trump who can.
Donald Trump surrenders.
Yeah, he surrenders. Who would try to overturn their democratic values. So I think the Americans should be very careful when they take their freedom and their democracy for granted.